Hey guys, and welcome to an almost personal reading, which I'm gonna do because I'm in the mood for it. Right, so this is for whoever needs it. I'm gonna lay out some tarot cards to see if anything pops up. Take what resonates with you, leave behind the rest, right? If you like this content, please like the video, so I know if this is something I should continue it. But let's just throw ourselves into it. Just gonna do some shuffling here. Setting the time here for around February, and we're just gonna see what shows up, right? It's a more thorough reading. It can be about love, it can be about career, it can be about whatever shows up, right? Hope you're doing amazing. Shows up here. Distraction is what shows up. All right. Yes, this is about being successful. About being recognized in something. Let's see. We have imagination showing up. Fascinating. And with denial underneath, imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. It's like this is the energy about seeing what it is that you want for yourself, where you want to go. Do you know that? Do you know the technique of, I think it's called visualizing, where you see yourself doing something and then you do it. Right, so you prepare yourself, for instance, for stressful situations because you have seen yourself do the activity. Used your imagination in that way, and you sort of prepared, I believe, prepared your body to do it. Mind is a powerful tool. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. Guilt is showing up in the reverse. Empathy. Denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it within the inside of awareness. That's what I'm getting here. It's about feeling very motivated about going somewhere. The Queen of Cups talking about imagination here, and she comes with the anima mundi. This is what on earth do we call that in English? This is like a wholesome reading. Things are coming together perfectly. Truly diving into yourself here. Of course, this could be another person, but I'm also picking up on it being an aspect within yourself that you use your imagination. Challenge is judgments, coming to terms with the past, not listening to the voices of the almost want to say the place that you grew up, or just those groups of people who can be bullies, like typical high school energy there. But let's see, in the past, justice comes with the fault line. There's something here. Hold on. The fault line. Where's the fault line? Hold on. And we're back. Sorry, there was something very interesting here. I'm gonna tell you more about it in a minute. I'm gonna lay out the cards here. But what is in the past is the energy here about walking on a thin line that redefines your reality. And it's the right thing. There's something karma about this here. Good karma, right? Good karma. And why am I saying this? Because you have justice in the past, you have judgment here. These are all about decisions that are being made here. What's underneath? A new beginning that you don't see. Not Pentacle. You're gonna get a wish fulfillment coming up here. It's going to make you very happy. Wow, I like this. What on earth? Okay. This could be about job. It could be because we have an Ace of Pentacles and an Ace of Wands. So this is interesting. This is about your manifestation skills, the way that you are. Yes, the way that you're going for victory, but you're doing it in a way where you are motivated and you are not running over other people. That's very important here, that you don't kind of create a karma that way, that you don't deny, that you don't deny that aspect of a situation, that when you manifest, we go for something, that we do it in a way that may still also be very respectful to at least yourself, right? Because decision was made here in the past. What I paused before is because I wanted to find this. It's like, imagine walking, I want to show you this one. Imagine walking across a frozen lake that begins to crack before your eyes. No matter how optimistic and brave you might be, panic ensues. You become fearful and tense and long for stable ground. Such is the energy of the fault line. It's the energy of walking on eggshells, of precarious dynamics, of sensing what is ready to break open into chaos. It is likely this cracking open is overdue, as fault lines develop slowly and naturally from underlying elemental pressures. This comes as a potent warning not to deny the shakiness that's afoot. It's much better to prepare yourself for change than to walk along the fault line pretending all is well. There is no easy fix for the situation at hand. It will require a fundamental shift that alters the current dynamics from the ground up. So it's basically about breaking open here. And it's in the past, so it's a good energy. I want to look into the box as well, because that's what we have underneath it. Sometimes I get a lot from just reading these. Show me the box. It's not there. Dear Lord. The box is a tool. It's the one that has something to do with the way that we... Well, you can think of it as the way that we box in meaning to our life, right? Dear Lord, come on. It's gonna take forever, this. Forget it. Alright, you know what? Maybe I just shouldn't, because I can't find it. The box. We live to some degree within the confines of the box. It represents everything that is known, anticipated, and expected. It holds us in place while simultaneously holding us back from our greatest visions. The box is sneaky, insidious, and everywhere, limiting us at the most unconscious levels. It is built up of layers of social constructs and pressures. It may appear as expectations, a well-paying but heartless job, a pressure to look or behave like others, or simply just to stay small. So the box is about the confining, it's about the structure, order, coherence, and logic. But when it is confined, as it is right here, it showed up a little bit twisted here, it's about limitation. So when you're getting a new beginning here that you may not see coming, it's something that's unknown, look out for whether or not there's a structure to it, because actually the most simple message I get is that you may actually have something coming your way rather soon, and there's not going to be the structure, there's not going to be the order, and that will then, first and foremost, what's going to happen is that it's going to allow you to play on your vision, to play on your creativity. It's a wonderful thing for someone who's creative to be given that play field, but be mindful in terms, if you're looking for something here that's more stable, where things are put together, it's about finding that logic, that order, so it becomes coherent for people to understand it, right? because people don't understand chaos. Chaos is something that we sit within. But when you have to deal with your environment, chaos can, or the people, right, they may not feel comfortable in the chaos that we bring. So that's why we use these boxes to turn it into something logical and coherent for other people. That's interesting. Let's see what that shows up. I feel as though this is very chaotic already. Your reality is about the healer. Why is everything just blank today? It's the healer. It's the Nine of Pentacles. It's basically about you being very confident within you, healing yourself. There is still, you have all the elements here to manifest something long term, something very stable. What matters here is about how you are able to put into structure, into order, what it is that you're trying to manifest. And then it will come. That's the thing about envisioning, right? I said before, it's a technique of visualizing what it is that you want, where you want to go. In order to do that, you have to dive down into your chaos and actually bring forth the images, right? We can't really imagine or see ourselves do something if we don't know what it is that we want to do. So you gotta find this. I feel as though the advice in this reading here is to find the coherent logic, or the relation, the connection between using your imagination to visualizing what it is that you want to do, but doing it in a way that's also very practical, because you have a fixed idea, what it is that you want to do, still being open for changes along the way, but I really get that that's what it is. Because when we look here to the past, something here was the right thing that has been done here, or whatever has happened, it's the right thing, because it's a redefinition of your reality, opening up for something new here, a new beginning in love, something that brings motivation your way. And this anima mundi is when things come together. Things come together as one. That's basically what I'm picking up on. We have the one here as what you're getting in the immediate future. That's things coming together, getting a wish fulfillment as well. But again, look out for harsh critique from other people, most likely in the environment where you grew up. I feel as though you maybe some of you were bullied when you were younger. That may be carried with you. Look out for voices that come and tell you can't do something in a negative way, right? In a very negative way. Look out for bullshit, basically. Because we also gotta be realistic and take in constructive criticism. But what I'm getting here is not constructive criticism; it's just bullshit. So, just look out for that. What you are afraid of fearing here is actually someone who's very dominating. This is my bad boss. It's the king in the reverse. It's someone who wants the power, wants to set the tone, wants to direct things, but they're doing it in a way that's actually not very passionate. They kill motivation because they're just trying to dictate. That's what I get, that you are a little bit comprehensive about. It's like you don't want to end up going somewhere where your motivation kind of it's sort of dampened. It's a motivational killer to deal with, to have other people kill your dreams almost, or they have this selfish energy about them. I'm not talking about person per se. I'm talking about the environment. That's what I'm seeing that you are a little bit comprehensive about. By you coming with these ideas, getting something started, a project or love or friendship, something that is about to get moving, and then there's this dictatorship showing up, right? My way or the highway or something like that. Denying things, right? It could even just be somewhat of a friend that seeks recognition, that just want to be right. Look out for that. Where do we have you? We have you in the ring and the sun. That's like going around in circles. I see you being on the upper side. No, I see you being up. I see you being positive. I see you having enjoyment in your life, but you may be going around something in circles again and again and again and again. And maybe you want to have this change. I really get that that's what you want. Change, basically. And I do see it being on the table here. It's just a matter of you figuring out, or just you visualizing precisely what it is that you want, so that it can come to you. And that's what's happening with the nine of cups in the upcoming future. The one. You have the one underneath here. And I'm going to look that up again. I'm going to look that up for you. The one, if I can find that one. some reason or another, they want to be looked up today. There's a mountain. It says, I am the mountain, I am calling you. I wake up. So. Sometimes I just love using the books because they are so inspirational. Our ability to experience this archetype firsthand is limited. Limits. It comes in brief and potent moments that we are left to savor for a lifetime. Wow. The one is both the energy that unites all living beings and our capacity to sense this intimate union. It's an archetype that eludes us most of our lives, appearing as a concept in a distant galaxy. Yet when we are in the midst of its power, a solemn reverence falls across the land. We glimpse ourselves in the vastness of all consciousness and are neither small nor large. All duality fades away and we are left with what is the precious knowing that life is a gift. And that we are both the giver and receiver of this fortune. This is when we are in the zone. This is when we are in the zone, when we come to realize that, it's alright. When we are in the zone, we come to realize that you get what you give. Right? It's the energy where we are capable of reflecting upon what is important to us. What brings happiness here? That the faces you see on the way up are the faces you will see down on the way down again. You know that? It's that of not taking life too seriously as well, because you have this understanding that we only have this life. You are in the zone. You know who you are. You are capable of distancing yourself from your emotions in a good way. You're still feeling it, but you're not letting it overpower yourself. It's a good place. It's a good place for manifestation here, because it's when you are clear, basically. You are clear. And you are at a place of integrity. It is actually a very difficult place to reach. And we are not always going to be in that place all the time. We will, as it says here, also we will have times when we then swing back and forth, and then it's a good place. It's a good, if we experience that place, we can always get back to that place, because it's a place of balance. But we're not going to stay there all the time, because life is simply just not that way. We will have good days, we will have bad days, and then we will have powerful days where we are just in the zone. And we are in the zone when we are in the right environment as well. When the demands placed upon us are what we can live up to. Right? But that's what you have coming up for you. I kind of want to clarify it. How are we going to clarify it? Are we going to clarify what you know, man? In a minute. Because when I look, the funny thing is, I get you being cool, calm, collected and all that. In your environment, we have the 9 of Swords. Something in your environment is stressed the fuck out about you. You're probably very inspirational. And that's how you become a leader. I believe, I'm not an expert here, but I would say leaders, true leaders, are the people we feel inspired to follow, because they are motivational to us. The way they speak, the way they behave, and the way they show up in the world. It inspires, right? But in your environment here, we have the unseen. Meaning it's unseen to you, yeah, but they are stressed out. That's very, very interesting. Why are they stressed out about this? We have 9 9s. We have 3 9s. I feel it's because you are confident within yourself here, right? You're focusing on what it is that you can control. Your body, your work. You're about you in a good way, not when you are in a place. You're not at a place where you're like taking advantage or anything, or you're being a self-absorbed bitch. I want to say, but no, you're just taking care of yourself. You know your limits. That's the reality you're creating. I still get that you're a little bit tired of going around in circles and circles, but you're good, right? You're good, and that's why you're getting this good opportunity here, and it brings you happiness. It brings you what you need, basically. You are this energy where you are most likely single. If this is in love, I hope you're single, because this is a single energy. This is one that's about you. But then if you have then someone here attached to you that maybe would be used to you having all your attention focused on them, then it's no, right? I feel as though you may be even giving it up to the universe, saying, I'm manifesting what's good for me. What's good for me, and what's good for me may not being the servant of someone else in a way where you are undermining yourself. I want to see that here. But I do also see that there may be a situation coming up here soon where you could be a little bit worried. You could be not getting a lot of good sleep here, a little bit worried about a situation, and when that happens, you're gonna get what it is that you want for some reason or another. Yeah, you do have a little bit of worry about someone being judgmental about you. What is coming up here is a forward movement. Be mindful of something that will be latent in you, a seed here that you planted. Make sure that do the best you can, I will say, to look at past experiences. Remember those past energies here about someone here who could have been judgmental and being bullied or being a bully or something like that. Be mindful of those voices as you go forward, because they will still stay there, right? So you don't close your heart, that you stay open. Come on, focus, there we go. Well, let's just quickly see this Nine of Swords there. Yeah, you have some offer coming your way. It's almost like they will have a new beginning of love for some of you. Some of you are absolutely not gonna. It's almost like someone here wants to give you a love offer, and you're gonna be like, nope. Especially if you're single, you will say no. I don't want it. Why? Because you may have gone through something in the past, and you're done walking on eggshells and something like that. I feel still there's a very interesting energy going on between you and your environment here coming up. It's a man. Now you know it's a man. It's very stubborn. Some of you may not have, maybe some of you know this person, you haven't seen them for a year. It's a man who's stubborn as fuck, has a tendency to stick around the same thing. The way he communicates is a little bit annoying. He could be working in high government or something like that, or he definitely is just someone very stern. Let's see what it is that you have coming up for you. You're going to feel it in your body that it's time for you to move forward. You're going to have a choice about where it is that you want to go. Some of you are going to go meditating by a tree or something like that. There's definitely going to be a longing within you. There's a longing here about wanting to go somewhere. The thing is that you may not know where it is that you want to go, and that is why I'm saying here the advice here is for you to make sure that you know what it is that you're visualizing here, right? Right now you're just taking things very happy. You're very light-hearted. You're doing your best to live by your wisdom here. But what it is that you're afraid of is, yeah, you are. I really get that this. Yeah, it's like you're afraid of friends at your workplace or something like that. Or there's something about the majority of other people. Something about, maybe you are a bit of a introvert, and you then hang out with you are worried about going out into crowds with a lot of big people, lots where there's a lot of friends and all of that, like social media. You don't like being shamed publicly like that, which is what happens when you go on social media, right? But that's maybe what you're worried about. That's this negative energy. Try not to focus too much on it. Focus on the fact that there are good people out there. That maybe also, manifest positivity, not negativity. And by that I mean manifest what it is that you want and not what you don't want. Try to make that shift, then it becomes more powerful. And what is coming up here for you? Well, it's a powerful change of opening up the door, but you, as I said here, you will be carrying around something here with you. It could be something that's going to show up when you dream at night. What is it that you're carrying with you? Yeah, some of you could have a little bit of a social anxiety without even knowing it. I'm not. If you don't have it, please don't develop it. It's something about being public with other people. Why? It's the typical energy of people looking out for themselves and you looking out for themselves. You looking out for yourself, right? Right. There's forward movement here. It's a matter here about also the ability to kind of put on an armor, take on a persona, I want to say, and move forward in life, not wearing your heart on your sleeve in ways that gets you hurt, because I see you capable of doing that. You're very sensitive and beautiful and creative and all of that. That's what helps you visualize, brings you into contact with your creativity. So you put on that armor here, but remember that you will always, if you have a personality trait that is being sensitive, the way that you would take in impressions, which would probably be very intuitive, right? You will most likely always have that with you. It's a matter of accepting that, and then remember when you put on the armor to take it off when you go home, when you come home, right? That's why our home is very important, that our homes is somewhere we feel safe. People who didn't grow up in a safe home will find it difficult to relax, most likely. I'm not an expert there, but that's basically what I'm seeing. It's a beautiful reading. It's forward movement. It's getting what it is that you want. You're going to be in the zone. You're going to be in the flow. This person here that's attached to you are a little bit, they're worried. Why are they worried? They are worried that they can live up to your expectations. It's like, I really get that they want to give you something, but it's like they're worried about being turned down. What if you turn them down? So maybe, you know what, this is probably also one of those situations where you have such a big armor around you that you could come off as scary. Confident people can be scary. They really can, especially for people who don't like being rejected, and no one likes being rejected, right? Some are used to being rejected. People who have been rejected a lot, they get used to it. But if you have someone who's not used to being rejected, and then they come across someone they just believe in themselves, and they're not easy to manipulate either, because they know themselves, they can be scary. So, but it's good energy though. It's just that they are worried. I get that they are worried that you will say no. And you might say no, because if you get any sense of any shit, harsh energy, if anyone brings a similar energy, you will say no. So just be mindful here, right? Be mindful of how you view new opportunities. And that is what I have for you. I will see you next time. Take care. Ciao.